Okay.
Reclaiming
Matter of
my
fact,
time.
Mr. Secretary,
Reclaiming my
the time belongs to the gentlelady from California.
Would you please explain the rules and do not take that away from my time?
We will give the gentlelady adequate time. So what I read,
We are trying to make sure that we're making America great, and the best way to do that is to stop talking about discrimination and start talking about the nation.
Don't you dare talk to me like that. No, I do not yield not one second to you.
After all these years, African Americans are still fighting for equality on many fronts. But thankfully, we got Auntie Maxine. Hey, Auntie. She there. That's right. She's standing up in Congress and she is calling these people to task, telling them that they cannot treat us any kind of way. And she is standing up saying, I will not allow this to continue. It's like they want us to be happy about the abuse that they've given us for years and years and years, and we should be happy about it. But thanks to our auntie, our voice is being heard. Now, believe it or not, Auntie Maxine is one of many women that are fighting on many fronts this battle that exists today. However, she is not the first. Today, I just want to talk to you about one of the pioneers of our time, one that stood up and boldly said, I will not allow you to define who I am, and you will not limit me as to what I can do in this country. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to stand up for everybody's rights. This is none other than our mother, our grandmother, Shirley Chisholm. In 1972, on January 25th to be exact, Shirley Chisholm would do something that would change this nation forever. This African American woman would stand publicly in a Baptist church in front of thousands of people and media, which broadcast this everywhere. And she would declare that she was going to run for the presidency of the United States. To show the people how serious she was, she made it clear that she was not going to just be the president of Black America. She was not just going to be the president of the women of America, but she was going to be the president of the United States of America.
I am not the candidate of Black America, although I am Black and proud. I am not the candidate of the women's movement of this country, although I am a woman.
Back then, she had to fight really hard to be taken seriously as a candidate because not only was she Black, but she was a woman, and misogyny was in full swing. Women were not taken serious in the political arena, let alone a Black woman. Later in life, during an interview, she would make it very clear that she received much more opposition for being a woman than she did for being African American. She stated, men are just men. I don't care what race they are. Ms. Chisholm would go on to explain that just because the Black man steps up doesn't mean the Black woman has to step down. I mean, aren't we stronger together? Men, we've got to do better. In spite of the blatant misogyny and the blatant racism that she had to deal with, she went from state to state declaring her slogan, which was, I am unbought and unbossed. And she would declare this in such a way that would cause her to become a serious contender for the Democratic Party. Although she did not win the primary, she put on such an amazing campaign. She went back to Congress with nothing to be ashamed of. During her stay in Congress, Ms. Chisholm worked on many things, and she has a legacy that has lasted for decades and decades beyond her time serving our nation. Although she is no longer with us, because on January 1st, 2005, Shirley Chisholm transitioned from this life into the next. She leaves such a strong legacy behind. Such broad shoulders for all of the political heads to stand on today. She has nothing to be ashamed of. And today, we celebrate you, Miss Shirley Chisholm.